Hello, my name is Daniel Modiano, and welcome to my podcast, Contractor Connects. Since this is our debut episode, let me begin by telling you a little bit about myself and how Contractor Connects came to be. Networking, interacting, and connecting with purpose is my passion, but for many years I was only able to do that because of self-limiting beliefs. My background is mechanical engineering and the furniture business I learned from my father growing up. I chose the latter as my career path, and from it I learned a lot about sales and marketing. After going out of business following the recession of 2008, I decided to do digital marketing when social media was young. At my peak, I was doing internet video marketing in New York City, where I was promoting actors, models, dancers, entertainers, and authors. As luck would have it, I became ill, and following my recovery, I agreed with my ex-wife to move to Florida to be with my kids. I had a few small jobs in Florida, but I knew I wanted to do more, so I partnered with a social media marketing agency in Miami, where I acquired Contractor Contacts. Because the market was saturated, I decided to start a lead generation platform called Contractor Connects, which matches vetted client projects with reputable construction contractors. With that being the goal, I do everything I can to try to do things to that end, including the digital platform, this podcast, networking, and meetups, which I'll talk to you about later in the program. My first guest is Laurel Jones, and her business is Just Right Business Services. Laurel, can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Yes, thank you for having me as your first guest, and I appreciate that. Also, I want to tell you about Just Right Business Services, which is a consulting firm located here in Flagler County. Our focus is helping businesses that need business analysis and also employee culture shifts. And by employee culture shifts, I mean where you have employees that are not really collaborating or productive, helping them to better understand themselves and the people they're working with so that they can better collaborate. Then we can get to the process improvement, project management, and basically improving their operations.
That sounds like a very valuable thing to add to a company, to get their culture in line and get everybody on the same page and working together. What inspired you to start that kind of business?
My background is healthcare administration. I went to school, I have my MBA, I went to school while I was working in healthcare with Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser Permanente is a national healthcare management organization, and I helped them to do the management for membership administration, but I also helped them implement systems. And then led the configuration management for the organization as they were moving to other systems. So I saw a lot with that, but I've also done independent contracting with another organization where I was able to use some of those same skills with transportation, public health, and other industries.
Fantastic.
So that's my inspiration because I've seen it in corporate, and then I was released to flourish. And so I'm using those same skills to help smaller entities to improve their operations.
Is there anything that stands out as your proudest moment in your business?
My proudest moment was when I took a project that had started by other project managers twice and was stalled. And I was able to, they had a 3-month window that they wanted to get this done in. I was able to communicate with the stakeholders, the vendors, and everyone and get everybody on track, singing the same song, provided the support, got it over the finish line before the expected timeline with remedial training for the proposal managers after the fact. So it worked out well. That was one of my proudest moments.
What are some of the biggest challenges you faced running your business?
Running the business is letting people know that I'm credible and I am here in Flagler County and able to do the work for them. Letting them know that I'm trustworthy and have the credentials to do it. I forgot to tell you, I'm also a Six Sigma Black Belt and a certified project manager. So I bring credentials. Just give me the opportunity.
That sounds great. I'm sure a lot of people out there could use your services. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. And how does your business simplify processes for the businesses that you serve?
First of all, we go in to understand what they're currently doing and make sure that they have documentation that shows that so that everybody knows what's supposed to happen. Then I work with them and I observe what they're actually doing because a lot of times what they tell you they're doing and what they're actually doing are two different things. So understanding that and then showing them from their current processes where the pain points are, where they're wasting time, doing a lot of rework, wasting material. That's some of my forte. I'm looking forward to learning more about you and what you're doing because I own a home and I need contractors, okay?
Oh, that's good to know. What are your experiences as a homeowner with the contractors that you've had work for you, and how have you mostly found them in the past?
Well, I found them in the past kind of like running into them, and that was a bad experience because I took someone at his word that he could do the work, and it was, let's say it was less than what I expected. And then I've also run into some folk in my neighborhood who ended up, my neighbors referred them to me, and they ended up working out quite well, and I'm still using some of those. I tried the Angie's List and another platform, I think it's Thumbtack.
Mm-hmm.
They worked, but I didn't have a relationship. I didn't have the confidence as I did when my neighbors referred them to me.
Yeah, well, Contractor Connects is going to be starting out in Flagler County and the local areas, and hopefully we'll see it grow as people use the platform. And I'm hoping that we could match a lot of homeowners with reputable contractors with vetted projects. That's the idea behind it.
And the vetting part is the part that's got my interest, because I really would appreciate knowing, because I know Angie's List and Thumbtack, definitely not, but Angie's List is supposed to, but I didn't have the greatest success when I worked with them before.
Would licensed and insured contractors be important to you on a platform like that?
Yes, it would be.
Yeah, that's what I'm definitely going to adhere to.
Mm-hmm.
If you had unlimited time and budget, what would be a project what would be your dream project to do on your home?
Oh, that question.
Mm-hmm.
My dream project is to expand my master suite. That's a big one. And then I want a pool in my backyard.
Wow.
And I want
Big
unlimited budget, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to do a nice patio, okay? But I want off the expanded master suite, I want it to have a little loft so I can have my own little getaway reading nook type thing going on.
That sounds beautiful. That sounds really nice.
I got vision.
You got some ideas, huh?
Yes.
Fantastic.
So would your contractors be able to help me if I needed when my budget gets to that point?
We're putting together the network. We're getting people on board, and we're trying to make it all come together. It's a process, so it takes time. It's under development, but I'm confident that it'll iron out real nicely over time.
By the time I get my money, right?
There you go. You gotta wait for that to come too. We all do. So, are you familiar with the meetups that we're going to be having coming up later in the month? We're going to be doing a coffee and donuts meetup the last Tuesday of every month. So for October, that's October 28th at 9:00 a.m. at Carrabba's. And it's an open networking forum. We talk about our businesses, and it might be a good opportunity for you to discuss yours and meet other business people in the community. And the following day, October 29th, I'm doing something at BJ's at 6:00 p.m. in Daytona Beach on International Speedway Boulevard, where it's going to be an open networking forum, and there's a 10% off coupon that everybody's going to be able to take advantage of at that dinner that we have, and it should be really good. You get 10% off on dinner and non-alcoholic beverages.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds great.
And the podcast is open to others who are interested in doing interviews with me. I'd like to help other businesses promote their businesses, and it's all part of the program to match homeowners and clients with contractors.
Well, I think you've started off on a great path, because it's needed here. Because there are contractors there, but it's hard to find those that are truly vetted and that have that insurance and bonding information attached to them.
Thank you for your encouragement, Laurel. I really appreciate your being here today, and it's really been a nice experience doing our first podcast, and I thank you for coming today.
Thank you for the opportunity, Dan.